David and Jacob, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jacob, 126 weeks ago on your Instagram, you put up a photo. It was the cast photo of The Little Mermaid, and you wrote, "It's official." How did it feel almost 2.5 years later to be walking that blue carpet in London?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting because obviously we went to COVID, and what was cool about that though is that they sent us the songs that they had finished for us to listen to during that time period, which is cool, and it was nice to be able to hear that. But yeah, it's been a really long wait, and now we're all here together again, which is nice. It feels like a little reunion, so which it is.
Well, David, everyone knows that famous line from Under the Sea, wandering free, wish I could be part, I'm not going to sing it, but wish I could be part of that world. What was it like for you to be part of the Disney world and the Little Mermaid world?
Yeah, I mean, it's a trip, but it was, the most important thing was just, it was really a great group of people. And so, yeah, there are there's a lot surrounding it, right? It's a big thing to be part of one of the big sort of tentpole Disney movies, but that one of the nice things about being an artist and particularly being an actor is that you're even on these big things, your job is relatively small. And I think when it's at its best, it's allowed to be small. Like we got to just do the thing that we know how to do and work together and have a great time doing it. And then hundreds of people had to make that movie,
Well, I love that you keep saying, we worked as a group. It was a great reunion because, Jacob, you've done voice work before where I'm sure you were in a little booth, just you. But this time you guys did a lot together. What was it like for you to turn up and not only do your voice work, but to start singing with the likes of Hallie and David by your side?
Yeah. Well, it was interesting because I was totally used to doing voice work in like a booth, like you were saying, and kind of being having a director on Zoom. So when we were actually doing it together, because they pretty much had it set up like a stage where we were doing our lines, I thought it was just rehearsal when we were doing it, and but luckily, because everyone was there, I still decided to give it my 100% and do it like how I thought we were gonna do it. If that makes any sense. But yeah, it was definitely a really fun set to be on. And then obviously the whole singing thing was I was super nervous about it. Super nervous about it. But no, it was actually fun because the good thing about it not being live is that, like a play, is that if I mess up, you just start all over again, or take your time with it. But yeah.
And the great thing about this, David, I've heard you say that, you can sort of go in and enjoy this movie more than you can enjoy your other movies, not because you don't like your other stuff that you've been in, but you don't see your face on screen. Has that made a big difference for you?
Yeah. A huge difference. I've seen this movie twice now. I've never seen anything I've done twice. No, I hate watching myself. And this film is really beautiful. So I'm glad that my stupid face isn't in it. So I don't have to, so I can actually sit down and enjoy it.
There's nothing stupid about your face. We love seeing your face on screen.
We love your face. We love your face.
No, you guys,
it's not stupid.
I don't know. Look, I know what you're saying behind my back. I say the same things. Don't worry.
But Jacob, what was it like for you? Because you were 13 when you recorded this, so there's a few things that change. So when you were watching it, did you even connect with it?
No, you're right. There was literally a moment when I was watching the film where I was like, is this even me? I couldn't tell because my voice had changed quite a bit. Which is another reason why I was very fortunate that we did the singing then, because rather than later, because my voice has dropped quite a bit and now I struggle to even talk without having voice cracks. But yeah.
It's been wild for all the rest of us to when he showed up for this press junket, hey, what's up, guys? Remember me?
And now I'm taller than David.
Yeah. It's 6'4". 6'4", sounding like Barry White.
There's oh, I love so much about this film, but there was one line that I really like, it really struck me, and I really heard it this time, and it was Grimsby. He says to Eric, "Don't be held back by what you think you should be. Think only what is." And in life and in this industry, I suppose people have all these expectations about you. How do you make sure, David and Jacob, that you follow your heart and not what people expect you to do?
Well, I think what's cool about that quote is when I think about it, and when I relate it to my career, is like, I guess, like, for me, I will only be able to play characters this age once.
Yeah.
So to kind of look at that and say, well, let's just enjoy it while I have it, right, is quite humbling. And then obviously looking into the future, and seeing what's next is pretty exciting.
And David, for you?
I yeah, I just like have always really loved getting to like do these things, and you don't take any of it for granted. And I feel very fortunate to be in a place now where I have like a little bit of choice, I'm not as broke. And so like I could, I read things or I see things that I want to do, and I make active choices to do them. And that feels so fortunate. But yeah, sometimes there's an industry that gets you all swept up in things that you should or shouldn't do. I've always had this mantra, really, since I was a teenager. Me and Rafael Casal developed this saying that is energy up, expectations down. And so like everything that I've ever done, I do it all the way, and I expect absolutely nothing in return. So like all the joy for me is in the making of the thing. I had no idea whether I would like this film when it was done. I didn't know anything about that. All I know is I was going to get to go sing these songs and hang out with great people, and we had the best time while we were doing it. And then that my job ended there. So like the experience I'm having now, really loving the thing that we made, and like other people loving it, is amazing. I mean, it's a miracle if I like actually like something I made. And then when other people like it like is icing on the cake, but that's not really why I'm doing it. I already did my.
I'm stealing that mantra, and I absolutely love this film. So enjoy all of it. Lovely to meet you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.